So in this video, we're going to start with the cab corners and the rockers. We need to replace those. Still waiting on a part to finish the driver's side of the bed. I found a dent there that not going to be able to get the dent out, so I had to order another panel, patch panel for it. So in the meantime, we're going to start with some of these parts. You can see that you've got the outer rocker here, that got the outer cab corner and the inner cab corner. So I'm not exactly sure how these, sorry, get the camera straightened out here eventually. So I think it might go together something like that. I am not sure yet how it ties in back up into here, or how this rocker comes in and meets these other two parts, but we are going to find that out as we go. Now you may be wondering, why are we doing this? Well, we live here in the Midwest, and of course, you know, that's kind of why we need to do it. So as you can tell, I mean, the majority of that rocker is either gone or it is certainly on its way out. And if we take a peek underneath, now mind you, I've already taken the scaler, this little job. That guy, it's a scaler, needle scaler. So, you know, the needles kind of bounce back and forth. Sorry, the light's not very good. Needles bounce back and forth, up and down, and they get the scale off. And if you deal with rust like I do, you will certainly appreciate that tool. So as you can tell, here's the cab. Here's the outer rocker that we have to replace. This is where my hand was before. As far as I can tell, this is the inner cab corner, and then out here, or here, I don't know, sorry, bad camera work. Here's that's the outer cab corner. So you've got this sort of air gap in here. Sorry, lighting's not very good. So that is what we're going to start on, and I think what I will do is I'm going to start with the cab corner because it looks the worst, and I honestly kind of want to figure out how all these pieces go together before I really start doing a whole lot of invasive surgery here. So anyway, and yeah, just to show you, that's kind of what the frames look like here. That's pretty typical. See severe scaling, rust, and then you know, back further there, you'll see holes in the frame. That's why this frame was abandoned, because I just didn't want to. I don't want to fix this one, and I got a hold of that 78 over there and restored it, that K20. So anyway, here we go. All right, I'm gonna go back underneath the truck, but first I wanted to say that so here's these lights. They're magnetic, end of it's magnetic LED. And I got these from Harbor Freight. They're like, I don't know, 25 bucks, but they are the handiest things ever. They really are quite handy. And I wish I would have had one long before now, because they just can shine light into a lot of spaces when you need it, and you just can't get a regular flashlight there, or you can't hold a flashlight, and you can literally stick it up there on the frame, bend it, you can bend it, you know, to and fro. I'm sure the light's terrible. So here it is with the piece cut out of it. I just wanted to point out one thing, and it's got a light on the end of it. You can probably see it right there. So if you look up in there, that is some kind of sound deadening material that they put in from the factory. That's not mice. That actually came with the truck. And when you're doing these cab corners, you got to be careful, because guys have been known to start their stuff or their truck on fire because that got hot and it started to combust. So just be aware when you're doing this that you probably want to remove that material. You know, when you're grinding, welding, using a plasma cutter, whatever you're doing. So just pointing that out. And then how these two go together is that this inner rocker goes inside of this inner cab panel goes inside of the rocker that you can see is right there. And then I took, and you can tell that this is the outer cab corner that wraps around the rocker itself. So I had to get I had to grind away some Bondo and paint and stuff that's in this corner. But nonetheless, that's how the three of those kind of come together. So.